Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want no one.
Gotta get up every morning. Big boss getting richer every minute. Oh no. Big boss, oh no. You gotta get up every morning. Big boss getting richer every minute. Oh no.
Feel good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. How is everybody doing today? Let's get it. Looks like we're about to get tagged in on a trade here. Hope you guys are all doing well. What's up, Powerhouse? That's what I like to see coming back for more. How's trades been? Everything good? Everything's great for me, man. Yesterday we let's bring this over to charts. Yesterday we ended the day with not bad, 386. So we hit our target for the day, 386. That's the target on the trading account, on the prop account. Trying to get $386 per day. Have a Russell trade lining up here. This looks okay. Not too bad. Let's see if we can get tagged in here. Do I have gold short? No, I don't. Looks like the Bitcoin short I was talking about yesterday played out. I did have trades here, but I took them off because I had to leave. Looks like they've held the 4 hour though, so we'll see. This is the 4 hour chart. We'll see if they continue to hold this or they failed this now. Pretty, this is pretty straightforward chart for Bitcoin. This is for gold. I can't see the writing there. Yeah, it looks like this is already kind of, yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say this. It's a good setup. Needs to create a decent candle though, right? Candle first and then back down with a gap. If that gap doesn't happen, I usually don't take the trade because it just becomes way more risky. I got this tool so I can draw on your charts. Let's make it a little fatter. Oh, it's too fat. 6 maybe. That's better. Yeah, maybe even 5. Can I get 5? Whoa. 6 will have to work. Good enough. Yeah, I need gain with aggression. Always gain with aggression. Same like here, right? Gained, created a gap, came back down, tested it. Even though it failed, but like you see the test of the gap, like it played. So you would have got a PT because you would have targeted here for the first PT. After first PT's hit, move stop into profit. Even this gap played before too. Came up, gained this, left a gap here. The gaps usually always happen at the swings, right? So when it's not tested good, then there's no gap, then it's a no-go. This trade on Russell is really the only thing I see right now. I don't really like this short here on ES because they held this, so this could just be a higher low. Plus they've dumped it quite a bit, so kind of thinking they're gonna. Really, I wish I would have took this trade down here. This is a short area, but just not, it's not the nicest short. I don't like it. I don't like it the best. Yeah, just tell me what the tickers are. Put the tickers in the chat. I'll look them up. I have to look them up in here. Should really turn off the alerts. See, hopefully we get tagged in here. Can make, if this trade works out, we're gonna make $400 today. That'll be this will be the only trade we need to do. Let's go. Let's go. The oil long is underway already. Kind of missed the boat on this guy. This happened yesterday. Gain wasn't the nicest long, you know what I mean? But I guess he could have played this. But not the nicest long here, really. And then they're closing every gap on the way, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. This was the only real one to play. This. State Bank, State Bank, India. Can you just give me the ticker and then I can look at what's going on, because I can't look at the different time frames. SBI. Reliance. SBI. State Bank India. Let's check it out. All right. Okay. Let's look at the daily here first. Daily looks very similar to the 1 hour. So they're holding this top range for now. They've held it. They failed it. So they're kind of stuck in this range. So this is a little bit harder one to play because they're stuck in a range here, right? So they're stuck in this range here. They held the upper swing, the upper trend, right? So they're holding it. I would, before getting long and shooting for up here, I would wait for this to get gained. To the downside, if they lose this, they're going down here into this area. Yeah, they're going down into this gap. This would probably hold. So that's kind of the deal for this guy. Kind of a no trade zone. You need to see either lower than this for it to short, lower than this, and then a retest, maybe to take this gap and then short it to down here, or play this down here for longs. If it just dumps down here, then this would be a valid place for longs. If they start gaining this, then you can look for an opportunity on a retest if they created a gap here for a shot up here. Reliance, this, they're all Indian stocks, yeah. Reliance, so failing the daily here, coming into a tested level. This is tested already, so you can't just take trades because they've already cleared out the liquidity here, right? They did it here, so you can't just take trades there. At least I wouldn't. I'd wait for something on this side. Really, when you're in a free fall like that, it's always best to just wait for something on this side to get long. Be that on a 4 hour or be that whatever, however it is. But yeah, usually for stocks, I just look at dailies and weeklies. So I look at the weekly too. I usually have it set up like this when I'm scanning stocks. Dailies, and then this will be a weekly. Oh my god, stop it. Weekly. So underneath here, they're right at the weekly here. So there's most likely going to be liquidity under here. Have they taken the liquidity yet underneath here? Or they just touched it? Or oh yeah, they did. They took the liquidity. So the liquidity move has kind of already been done. If this gains on the daily, because it's in a good spot, because this is a weekly, so taking the liquidity underneath here, and if they gain something on the daily, so if you see a move like this, you know, with aggression, you know, leaving a gap, this would be okay to buy it for a retest of this area, and then take PTs, and then whatever you can leave runners to up here if you want. It's kind of how I would play that. Havels is not Indian. No Indian with Havels. Which one? New York? No. Nothing coming up here. I'll skip it for now. SBIN. SBIN. In another Indian stock. I've kind of touched on this one already, right? SBIN is the same as SBI. Tata Motors. Nothing coming up under Tata Motors. Need the actual symbol. Maybe it's this. Oh, there it was. No, nothing under Tata Motors. Havels, I'll look at it in a minute after I do this one. ITC. ITC. So the daily short is underway. This is an area that's been tested already, so you can't buy it. The next area that you can buy without a gain on this side is like way down, right? Fuck off, man. Down here. This is the last breakout zone. Right here. So, you know, and this has been tested, but underneath it there's gaps. So, you know, this is the only place that you can have resting orders, is a good way to look at it. If they start gaining something on this side, then sure, you can take longs, but they need to gain the daily. I usually just look at dailies for stocks, yeah. So they need to gain the daily, and then the problem with gaining this daily too is this gaining this daily is like a pretty untested zone here, right? This is an untested zone for a short, so there's going to be a big reaction here, most likely, and then maybe they'll hold this. We don't know, right? That's kind of how I look at it. So it's not very good to. It depends how this candle looks if they gain it. But this is a big zone or this is a big short zone. So they may short this and they may dump it all the way to here. We don't know. So that's the problem with just gaining that. Really, the short should have been played here, right? When they failed the initial one. Those are like those are the ones you're looking for. This trade's well underway at this point. So if they come back up on the weekly here, the weekly zone is this zone I was pointing out here. So you can see it on the weekly here. There's a gap right on the weekly. So that's going to be a big short area. So, you know, just keep an eye out for that. And then like the next weekly thing down is this is all tested in here. So I would imagine if they do start dumping it, I would imagine they're going to dump it all the way to here. Yeah. This area. Industry Bank J. I don't know if that's gonna pop anything up. Yeah. This is the same thing, I guess. I don't know. This BSC. Is it just Bank J? Oh my god. Bank J? No. Okay. Nothing popping up in here for it. Sorry. Can move on to the next one. Yeah, I copy pasted. I did copy paste. Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, it's not popping up anything then. Yeah, maybe because different country. I don't know, but this has most things, right? And this one not popping up. That's all. Maybe it's on like an index that, you know, or an exchange that can't see. Could be right. Are we really not going to get filled here? You cocksuckers. Really, this is the only trade that I see out of everything here, man. Kind of missed the oil one. Euro is kind of off to the races already. Euro would have been good to get a few days ago. I think I did have a trade on it at one point. And then gold. Gold might give something. Look at gold here. They did gain this inside. But like, you know, it's just so high, you know, where the fair value gap is. I don't want to touch it. It's here, you know. Here, it's where we have to buy. It's not the greatest stop, right? Unless you want to stop it there. And then, you know, I don't know. This isn't very convincing gain either, really. So it's just a little tricky, this one. So when it's tricky like that, I'd rather just not trade it. Just not trade it. Just find something else, or just come back a different day when it's a little bit easier. Know what I mean, brother? I'm trying to be greedy. Just trying to make my $400 per day. Not greedy. Yeah, if Nifty gains, let's have a look at Nifty. We can. Yeah, this played. Good spot to hold, really. This is a decent spot to hold. It's tested already, but this is a decent spot to hold. Let's have a look on the smaller time frame. Let's look at the 1 hour. So there's pretty big 1 hour failure to gain is going to be here for shorts. I can't trade this, but maybe I can, I don't know. That's going to be a short area to play. Took the liquidity. This is all tested area down here. This is a good area though to hold, really. I wouldn't be taking any big trades until it's up over there, but could probably take some pot shots. It's already gained the 15 pretty hard. So a couple setups here. This with stops. This, and how I would play this is I would do trades here and I would add to the position here and I would just have stops here. Yeah, I really like greed. Greed is the thing that kills you in trading. People don't want to take profits, you know? It's ridiculous. I don't understand there's no other job in the world you can just show up, click a couple buttons and make like $100, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So, you know, I don't understand why people have a problem with that. Sure, let runners run, but like, you need to, every big trade starts with a scalp, right? So you need to take the scalper targets too. Am I gonna really get just, you know, bamboozled here? Just give me the entry, man. Yeah, for stocks, it's a little different. I have long-term portfolios where when I scan charts for stocks, all I look at is the dailies and weeklies. That's it. Tesla was the last big one I have. These are all my stocks here. Some of them are down, but here we go. Oh, this isn't it. These are most of my stocks I have. Let's put this on the daily here. Put this on the daily. We might as well rip through these. Haven't looked at these in a little while. AMC, we've been in for a while. I'm hoping for one last pump before exit. I have my targets set up and they never really panned out, but I'm in this one still. It's hard to do that for 2 or 3 years, you know. This one probably hit this. Yeah, this hit a target here. This was one of my targets. It's funny, these ones, like, I just barely even look at. For you know, longer term stuff, it's still better to play it on the weeklies, right? Just play on the weeklies. Can play it the exact same way. I don't really wait too much for gaps, but like, they do happen. Like, look at this on the weekly, right? So this gained on the weekly here, and then it created a gap here, and then entry was here. So like, it still happens. And then on the weekly level, you just take profits on the weekly. This is hitting targets right now. So I'm hitting targets here. I can't remember where I got in on this, but I've taken this was a big target area for me, so I'm sure it's a target. I just put it in there and I put my targets, and that's it, you know. This one's another big winner for me. You want to find ones that look like this on the weekly, you know, and buy when you're at this. You want to know a good long-term one? This one's a super good long-term one. I have so much money in this one right now, it's ridiculous. Because look at the long-term chart on this. Look, I bought most of my. I'm still dumping money into this because I think we're gonna go back up to this area here. right here, 22. Yeah. I think we're headed here again. So I'll just be dumping money in. What I've been doing is making money on other things, and then when I make profits, I just dump it into this, because this one's just accumulating. So can you just accumulate here for a year if we want, or whatever, and then after a year comes, I'm gonna double or triple my money. You never know when it's gonna happen though. They're in a hard accumulation pattern right now, you know, just accumulating. I started to buy this one from $9 around here. Tesla's been pretty good. Original entry was here, and then added more here. But for longer term plays, like, just play the weeklies, man. That's it. Wait for a weekly gain. Just wait for a weekly gain, and then, you know, retest, buy. You know, you know the areas to buy. It's pretty straightforward, especially on the weeklies. It's easy. This one kind of bit the dick. Ugh. I'm down in this one now. I hit profit targets, but then the rest is down. Just waiting for this one to do something again. Come down in them too. This one lost. I should exit out of this one. Maybe next week on the pump. Time to start looking at those things again. And Q might get into a short area here. I don't really love it though. It can't have any resting orders, so I kind of just need to wait and see what happens. Oh yeah, like gap downs even happen in traditional markets, right? That's why it's true. Like how I play the stocks, unless they're like, you know, big blue chip stocks, I usually don't put too much money into them, and then just try to get my profit targets right, and then get it out. And then how I do it is I don't really have stops, but like I don't put tons in there, right? Like each stock I put like maybe 500 to $1,000 in. So even if it tanks by 50%, you only lose $500. The name of the game is just churn it out, right? Just keep getting more. And then the ones that I have bigger money in is like bigger names, right? Like Tesla I have a bunch in. Disney I have a whole bunch. Been buying Disney tons down here. Like I still have the marks on the chart. Tons I bought down here. I just look for ones for like blue chip stocks that are in good long-term positions, and then those are the ones that I hold my money in. I bought a bunch of this one too. Nice little Trump pump. Made good money on this one so far. This was the area I was buying, and I bought a bunch on this gain. This gain right here is where I bought a bunch. Yeah, bigger names, they don't move as much, but they're good for it because they're a little bit safer, I think, you know. They don't move even quite high. They don't move as close to as good, right? It moves slow. Be lucky to get 10% gains or 15% gains out of them, but that's okay. Even 15% gain when you have a bunch in there, it's not too bad. See, look at this big gap down. Huge. So I don't have stops in this one, and I did take profits already. So the rest of it, I'm down because I entered here. So I'm like down. I'm down a bit. If I would have had stops, I would have just been like, even if you had stops and you were trailing your stops here, you get stopped out here, you know. Once you have big enough money too, you can, there's other ways that you can make money on your money without fucking trading, right? Like here in Indonesia, they have government bonds that you can buy and you can make 6.5% on. That's pretty good money for doing absolutely nothing, right? All you have to do is lock it up for a year. Let's have a look at the old ecom, Cal. What do we have coming up today? Anything? Anything fun coming up? Friday, 8:30. We got some action. High impact markets in half an hour. Yeah, there is. There's this. I don't know if it's how hard it's going to impact. You can't really trust this for shit, but these two. Red. So, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it's not Tuesday. It's Friday now. Yeah, Friday. So, hopefully these get tagged in and we can at least make a little bit. Might have to adjust these first ones down a bit. We'll see what happens. Q's ripping though. Yes, no real opportunity here, you know, for US. And Q there was a little bit, but kind of got here a little late. And then Bitcoin, you know, if I was here, I would have bought this. This would have been a decent trade to buy this 4 hour. But besides that, I don't see shit. Oil, there might be something at the here, let's look at yours first. Looking to buy this. What is this? Euro Aussie. Yeah, that's a decent. Probably lower the stop a bit, but I'd like to stop a little bit lower, down there. Here is where I put the stop. This kind of looks juicy to me. This looks like a juicer up here. Yeah. This looks like a juicer for sure. If oil gets up there, I don't know if it will in like, you know, 1 hour or 2 hours while I'm sitting here, but this looks pretty good here. If I was around there, and then this 1 hour failure to gain. This is a juicer for sure. That's kind of where this is what I would trade. You can even put trades there. This is, and then it also has this confluence too. It's kind of what I would say. With one like this, I would just put it right at the level. Honestly, can do 10. Something like that. And then be peeling them off pretty fast, but that's kind of what I would do. We'll just leave that for now, just in case there's a crazy pump. But I don't think it's going to happen during this session, maybe on Monday. The rest of this is just nothing, man. Big giant nothing burger. A little something on gold, but I didn't really like it. And then this guy may fail. Let me just have a look at this first. Yeah, we're in the failure zone here for Euro. So we start losing something on the 15, I would take a trade to down here. Just look at the 1 hour real quick. Taking the liquidity. We'd need to fail something though. You know, I need to see them fail this or something. Even that's kind of an internal trend. It would be nicer if they took the liquidity up here first. Made it a little bit easier. This would have been a great plan. I think I did take that. I can't remember. Just watching the 15 for a failure, basically, on this guy. Oh, Pyro, sorry, let's have a look at your chart here. Euro, Australian dollar, yeah. Maybe if it fails there, yeah. It hasn't failed yet though, yeah. You're putting trades in already. Euro. Ooh, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty juicy. Trade's underway though already, right? Ooh, this one did us dirty here, right? You might be involved. Playing these gaps, you know, it's best to front run them always. So like you may be involved here, but just by one contract. But if you did take this, you would already be taking profits, right? I would have taken profits on a sweep of this. Yeah, that's a better play on the 1 hour for sure. But this one already, like this one, you could already be involved. If you're playing that on the 1 hour, then you're looking at this zone, right? Like you're looking at this gap here. A big 1 hour gap here too, right? But really like bring it down to the 15 and like this is where your order will be, right? If you want to really get, you know, hone down on where exactly you should be placing your orders, I would even place them here with stops here. Here kind of stops suck too. I would even put the stops here because there's a gap here, so that this could play. They could pump it like this and then dump it. It's always good to put a little bit extra support. I would actually put it above this. Yeah, I understand. You're waiting for the failure here. They may just hold this, right? They took the liquidity, so we should see it. We should see a move back up now. Possibly. NQ just ripping, man. Just ripping it. What a ripper. Looks like oil is moving a bit. Maybe we'll get there during this session. I have my orders in there now. Pretty tight stop. $160 if it doesn't go through. $160 up. I'm okay with that. Might have opportunity on the NQ too. Just look at the 1 hour here on the NQ. This is going to be the kind of the level up here. They've already done it though on the way down. And then this has already been tagged on the way down also. So this is kind of the level to look at. But honestly, I don't. It's been tested already on the way down. So I don't think it's gonna. I think they're just off to the races again. We'll see. I'll still take a decent trade on a 15-minute setup if they do tank it. Got those numbers in 15 minutes about. Keep an eye. Let me just look at the Dixie too while I'm looking at things here. Dixie, are we about ready to pump here? On the 4-hour candle. This is pretty decent little setup here. If I was paying attention to this a little bit earlier. Got the big M, right? Gain, sweep out the lows. If we gain again here, looks pretty good for a move like this. So we'll see what happens. Kind of looks good to pump. And they're on the 4-hour. They're on a 4-hour. They've already taken the 4-hour liquidity. So there's a gap up here too. A 4-hour gap. So you know, a move to there doesn't seem unreasonable. Like to see them gain on this side though. Like to see them gain this. Have closes above this. This.